Paradise. Welcome aboard. I want to thank Farrel and Kaden for allowing me to come speak to you guys. When Farrel reached out to me and told me about what they were doing, I thought it was fascinating because over the years I've been involved in various industries, including the club industry and the bar industry. And we would always deal with security guys that, they were walking out, their attitudes, and they're all buffed out. And then I, worked in the hospitality field where people were kind, people were courteous. And when they told me their idea about bringing them both together in one dynamic, I thought it was pretty cool. And they wanted me to come in and speak to you guys a bit about hospitality. So my reaction to it was, it's a fascinating idea. I think it's going to work very well. Farrel and I work together in the club industry and also the bar industry doing Sunday Funday brunches. And that was our big thing, hospitality. We had to be security, we had to be the bellboys, we had to do everything. So everything that went into that circus that we created, we had to do. So we had to exercise this hospitality. And hospitality is what people love. They knew we could take care of that environment because we're big dudes, football player, former basketball player and all that, but they loved the fact that we took care of them and they knew that they were at home when they came to visit us. So that's the kind of thing that they're trying to create with you guys. I know all you guys are tough dudes, y'all knock people out and all that cool stuff, but we want this to be a kind of environment like this is your home. And all the people that are coming here are your guests. And you know how you have your guests over and everybody's having a good time and you're accommodating them as a host, but you always got that hard-headed cousin that wants to do crazy stuff. So you don't kill the cousin, you just put him in a headlock and you escort him out so he doesn't mess up the family reunion, right? So that's the difference between what they're trying to do with hospitality versus your normal security environment. For me being in this industry, I work with a lot of security dudes that, they just want to come in and use the people at the bar as their sparring partners. Show that they got balls and they can knock people out, right? Even though we want you guys to have that skill set to be able to step up if needed to handle a situation, we want you guys to focus on the hospitality part of it and kind of be kind to people. And I like to call this the art of fighting without fighting. I don't know if you guys saw the movie Chinese Connection, but in this movie, Bruce Lee's an actor in the movie, and he's on a boat and he's going to, they're going to this place where all these guys get to fight each other and all that. And there's this one kid on there who's a bully. He's bullying the other kids on the boat, and he comes to bully Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's minding his business and just doing his thing, and he says to the guy, the guy says he wants to fight, and Bruce is like, there's not enough space on this boat to do that. Let's go over to that island. And he's like, I want to show you the art of fighting without fighting. So, long story short, he allowed the guy to get on the boat and, pull the rope away so the guy can hang off the raft while they continue to go on to the destination. And I thought that was pretty cool how he handled that with his mind and not his hands. And that's the kind of environment that we want to bring in this particular situation. I like to call it the James Bond effect. James Bond is very cool, he's very calm, he's very collected, but he still handles the situation. Same thing with Jack Bauer. Jack Bauer will go kill somebody and choke somebody out and all that, and moments later when people are talking to him, he's like, how can I help you? Thank you, I appreciate it. He was very courteous. So that's the kind of environment we want to bring across. Like, look at you guys are dressed very well. At the end of the night, we want those suits to still look very nice because you handle the confrontation mentally and not always physically. Another good movie is the movie Roadhouse. And I want you guys to review these movies when you get a chance if you haven't seen them. Roadhouse to me was the art of managing the unmanageable. Patrick Swayze and his whole crew was at a bar that it was crazy and they were always fighting, glass being bust on people's heads and all that crazy stuff. But they were able to step in and remedy these situations without hurting anybody in the process. So a great thing to do is master the art of having a smile. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, a kind word kindles wrath. There's been plenty of situations where I've been out and some dude is bristling up on me and I'm, man, are you all right? Let's get a beer. And before you know it, me and this person becomes friends because I'm able to connect with them on a level outside of violence. But with that being said, self-defense and having the ability to defend others is the way to diffuse the lose. That way everyone has a chance to have a win-win. Even the idiot that's doing something stupid because he's wasted. He's not our enemy, he's just someone that maybe drank a little too much. And we want to take our time with them to get them to a place where they're not hurting anyone, they're not hurting themselves. You're not security to bully others or the potential troublemakers, but instead help them to respect your home. Whenever you're in a place, this is your home and you want people to respect it. So with that being said, for you guys that are trained in fighting, that's awesome. But those of you who aren't, I recommend that you take some kind of self-defense. So if something does occur, your teammates are all counting on you. These guys are counting on you to be able to stand up and do something and work together as a team to diffuse situations. With that being said, you're still gentlemen, and it's your job to protect your home and take your job serious. A few more points and I'll let you guys move on. Part of doing this to avoid having a physical confrontation is to have a strong presence, to have good body language, to have focus. When you're at work, yeah, you're there and you're able to smile with people and make sure they're having a good time, but it's your job to focus on your whatever your duty is, so things are taken care of. Show strength, but do it with a smile. Shoulders high, head high. People are coming, hey man, how's it going, man? You have a good time? I appreciate having you here, man. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Those small things that you can do in situations where you see a group of 8 buffed out dudes on the football team and they're getting wasted and they're popping bottles and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, you know how that could go in the end. So instead of waiting for something to happen, it's a good idea to go up to those people first and befriend them. Hey man, I hope you guys are having a good time. Let me know if I can help you with anything. What's your name? Charles. Oh, Charles, I'm Sean, man. It's a pleasure to meet you. So when this guy's drunk and he's doing stuff crazy, he realizes that he's friends with you. Now he doesn't want to do anything. You've diffused that whole situation because you thought with your mind and not with your fist. You thought pre-game and not post-game. You got to think ahead of time to remedy a situation before it even occurs. That's your job as a host. Security guys wait for stuff to happen. Hosts step in and prevent it from even being an option. So it's about having foresight and coming up with strategies on how you can handle each situation. When you walk in, size up the room, see who's there. Think about strategies that you would have to do in order to remedy a situation if they came and did something out of place. Your job is more of a mental and psychological game than it is a physical one. It's more of an art of understanding people and guiding them than bashing them in the head for submission. It's your job to pre-plan and come up with options and levels of attack for any potential trouble situations. Also be mindful to only constrain the target and not hurt the people that are there, because you don't want, this is your home. You don't want the people that are there thinking, I don't want to go to that place because a fight's going to break out. They're going to say, I'm going to go back because I know a fight's not going to break out because you guys are focused hosts that are doing your job, right? Don't allow fear to make you freeze. In the movie Saving Private Ryan, there was a kid running up to go into the enemy's camp, and a guy saw him, and the guy was scared, so he didn't say anything. He let him go up and kill the enemy. The guy did this when he walked past him. Shh. And the guy didn't do anything. He froze. It's not your job to freeze. It's your job to focus. And you're a part of a team, and being a part of that team means you have to communicate. Your effective communication can save lives. So if you see something going on, go ahead and get on your mic and talk to people and say, hey, I'm going to handle the situation. I may need some guys to come over. If you don't need the guys, that's good. At least they're there. But don't not communicate when you need them, and it's too late. You're getting pounced in the head, and there's nothing they can do about it. Customer service is your key to mastering the upsell. When you're doing an upsell, because you're hosts, your job is not only to secure the place, but to give people an opportunity to spend money. If someone's there, they got a table going and everything, because you're not a girl, you know how the girls walk in with the pretty outfits on and they got the short skirts, they can just say, hey, you want to buy a drink? The guys are like, yeah, I'll buy a drink because you're asking. But these are your bros, so you got to connect with these men and say, hey man, just wanted to let you know, man, my boss just talked to me and he's offering this deal right now for you guys to get another bottle. You know, they usually go for $700, but he's letting them go for $600. But he's only doing that right now for this last hour, so let me know if you're interested. Say that, bounce out. Because you've been running up with these guys from the beginning, they're going to do it because you're their bro. That's your way in. You can't walk in with a short skirt. So there's nothing to entice them. So the deal will entice them. The fact that you're their bro will entice them. And last but not least, Bruce Lee has this thing called learning to be water. He did this interview and he was saying to the guy in the interview that water can be submissive and water can crash. If you put water in a glass, it becomes the glass. If you put it into a jug, it becomes a jug. No matter what the situation is, water is a chameleon, so it adjusts to the situation. So that's your job as a host. You can be kind, you can be sweet, you can be aggressive, you can be whatever you need for that situation to make sure everything goes smoothly. I like to call that the bipolar switch. I'm a nice guy and I'm cool and everybody sees me smiling, but if I have to switch and go gorilla mode on them, I can do it at the drop of a dime because I adjust the situation. And that's what we want you guys to do as hosts. Be kind, be gentle, smile, but while you're smiling, focus. And if someone does something where you have to get aggressive, be ready to make that switch and get the job done. And all I can say after that is be water, my friend. So thanks for listening, guys, and I appreciate you, man. You guys are gonna do awesome.